Hey everybody, I'm Steve McClagan and welcome to The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. We recap everything that we do here in the first 5 to 10 minutes of the day, and then we go into what I'm expecting to happen tomorrow, and then a great story I heard today to wrap up the day. Welcome to my podcast. It's my second podcast of The Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Very excited to be here. So many great patterns today that I want to show you along the way. On the daily charts and the intraday activity that we saw. Everything I do is all predicated on buy and sell divergences. Spent nearly 10 years of my life building my software that I show you, and each and every day I have a live stream from 9 to 4. You can follow me each and every day. You can call me or text me at 914-500-7484. I'm building a new platform, so I'll announce that hopefully in the next week or so. So a lot of people can join me each and every day and listen to me there. Again, I have over 41 years of experience. I've traded futures, options, stocks, commodities, you name it, forex, I've done it. And this is now my chance to be able to express each and every day what I'm looking to do, what we did during the day, what we're looking for tomorrow, and what we're looking for in the future, whether it's short, intermediate, or long term. This is exactly what we do here. The podcast here is really generated for those people who really have the passion to learn about the markets, to show you exactly what transpired here during the day, and what like I said, what I'm expecting for tomorrow and the weeks ahead. So we have the NASDAQ down about 54, 55. S&P's up 3, so it was kind of mixed. We had the Dow up small, then the Russell got really hurt here today, down about $1.30. Oil was up about 1.25%. Gold got absolutely kabooshed off the highs in the overnight session. Gold hit 29.68. Very, very overextended here on the gold market. We had a move from the 20s, but a little below 2,700, and we hit 29.68, and and within the last couple of weeks. So again, we're looking for a pretty decent pullback. And right now, tomorrow, big day, and I'll get into that in the second segment here on what I'm expecting for tomorrow. I want to just show you, let's start with IBM. So IBM had really blowout earnings, and this pattern that I'm going to show you really is a pattern I've been waiting for. And so IBM pushed up above the 265 mark, was very, very overextended. And let me just get right back to you here. You can see, looking at the daily, we got to push up to about the 265. Now, the point from the price to my weighted moving average was something like 25 points, right? And I said, I'd be shorting this IBM. I'd be shorting this IBM and looking for a really sharp pullback. And I used my 10-bar weighted moving average, which is the dotted orange line right here. And you can see here, IBM got down below the 247 level. I got oversold into the positive MACD, which is, again, a buy divergence. And what did IBM do? Boom. IBM traded as high as 256 today and change. So IBM, 256.75. So, and IBM, I think, still has further to go on the upside. But IBM, okay, pushed up nearly $9 off that buy on the daily charts, okay? And if I show you another great pattern here, look at EAT. Here's another great one that's setting up. EAT, look at this EAT. EAT was trading around the 192 level. I was shorting this above the 191, 192 level, okay? And you can see here, didn't hold on to it long enough, but at one point, EAT was over $23, $24 for my 10-bar weighted moving average. And you see how it pulled right down into the right below, or right at or below the, actually in this case, below the weighted moving average. We got deeply oversold, and you can see what it did today. It hit 159.70 and then rallied close to $4.50, $4.40 there. You can see the magnitude of when you have great earnings in stocks. You look to you wait to an exhaustion period. We look to short them, and then we look for a very deep pullback, okay? And exactly, look at PLTR, another great name. I couldn't believe what I was seeing today on PLTR. People were buying this thing at 118, 118.30. I think the high was 118.66. I was like short them. Okay, this thing is like out of control. So and then look at the end of the day here. You can see 118.66. All right, at that point, PLTR was $26 from my 10-bar weighted moving average. Now I'm not saying PLTR. I think PLTR is going to do the exact same pattern as IBM and EAT. That's why I wanted to open up the podcast showing those examples, because these patterns repeat themselves. I've been doing this now over 41 years. I spent nearly 10 years of my life building my own software. So these are really, really great opportune times to take advantage of. Even though right now we're hovering between the 5,900 and the 6,150, 6,170 level, there are still great opportunities in the market, regardless, on the dailies, especially on the intraday patterns. All right. So I'm waiting for PLTR to pull in here. I do think it's going to go near the 100 level. The 10-bar comes in at 92.5. You get 92, 93 on PLTR. I would say I would look to back up the truck if you get that type of a pullback. All right. Again, the bull, the bear, and the ugly, welcome. And this is my second day of my podcast. I'm really super excited. And so many people have commented on the content that we're producing here. This is like no other podcast. Again, over 41 years of trading experience. I've been on 4 different exchanges and I've traded nearly 2 billion shares. And I love trading. It gives me the greatest joy. And my legacy depends on everyone's success out there. So I'm here to really explain what I do and for all of you to have a great, great journey along the way. So this is PLTR, but I'm going to show you some intraday moves here on PLTR. All right. So when I got PLTR to reverse to sell here, all right, on the 15-minute time frame on my indicator 4 right here, there was an 85% chance when I got that reversal that the highs were in for the day. All right, that the highs were in for the day. And when you get that type of situation, right, I know that whoever bought the 118.66 he jumped, right? Forget it. There's 85% chance that indicator 4 reversed and that the highs are in for the day. And then looking at the other time frames here, you can see, looking at the 30-minute time frame, all right, about to reverse negative. The 60-minute time frame is about to reverse negative. It takes out tomorrow the 111.58 right here. So with that, because of the very big, if you can see here also, let me just show you the sell divergence. And when you had PLTR push up here on the new highs, you can see that the MACDs did not confirm the high on the 30-minute. And this is exactly what I do when I come in each and every day. And you can even see here the 30-minute time frame did not confirm the highs. And what happened? Kabooshed. The PLTR got absolutely kabooshed, a non-confirmation. So you're in a trend and you can have a sell divergence. And that's exactly the pattern, the condition that happened in PLTR. I came in today and I said, please let PLTR be up so I can short the hell out of it, right? And that's exactly what happened. PLTR, all shorts along the way. Now, when the 15-minute time frame reversed to sell, what do? We look for smaller time frames, okay? And we look here. You can see on the smaller time frames, beautiful, beautiful patterns here. Using the 5-minute, here is a great short on the 5. Here's another great short on the 5. And then the big one was a short on the 15-minute time frame above the 114 level. You can see it got absolutely kabooshed. And then when the 5-minute time frame correlated negative on the 5, here's another kabooshin, and we close near the lows of the day. Now tomorrow with PLTR, looks like it's going to reverse the sell on the 30-minute time frame. The trade I will be looking for is the next push up on the 15-minute time frame for an overbought condition, and then I'll be looking for shorts. Okay, gold. Okay, very big move here. Again, gold's way overextended on my book here, and looking at my overall tone here on the market. So again, I'm going to be looking for a deep pullback here on gold. Way to play the gold market if you want to trade the commodity outright, or you want to trade the GLDs, and or if you want to trade looking at Dusty UST, and that's a double leverage. and that can give you the ability to take advantage of any pullbacks in gold, or you could just short the GLDs as well. I want to show you a pattern today here. Really great pattern, phenomenal pattern here. All right. So this is a sell divergence here. All right, between the 15-minute and the 30-minute time frame in the QQQs here. All right. And this just show you, I called this short when the S&Ps were trading and the Nasdaq was trading around the 21. They were about the 21,000. I think it was 871 here, but and the S&Ps were pushing up around the highs here. You can see when the Qs and the Qs and the SPY have the identical same pattern here. So this is a sell divergence in a positive trend. So when you're pushing up to new highs here, we caught this great short on the Qs around 11 o'clock this morning. I'm like, let them have them. Forget it. You're making new highs here on the day, and the MACDs on the 15 to 30-minute time frame did not confirm. This is a monster sell divergence in a positive trend. So with that being said, again, these patterns repeat themselves, and using the software and the technology that I spent nearly 10 years of my life building gives me the ability to visually see this. If you see here, okay, another push up at the end of the day, all right, on the 15-minute time frame, you can see it ran into a brick wall with this 30-minute. So again, the Qs, they dropped, but the first drop on the QQQs dropped from the 529.70 level here, 529.92, and within no time they dropped $3.70. So my trades normally last anywhere from 1 to 8 bars. So if you're looking at a 15-minute time frame, anywhere from 1 bar, 15 minutes up to 2 hours. So one bar, 15 minutes up to 8 bars, up to 2 hours. If it's a 5-minute time frame, anywhere from 1 minute to 40 minutes on a 5-minute time frame, and a 3-minute, anywhere from 1 minute to 24 minutes. So another little tidbit for everyone to watch there. Okay. Also, again, I have over 41 years of trading experience. All right. And I just want you all to know that the technology I have here is available to each and every one of you out there. So also, it's important for all of you to realize that my patterns that I see each and every day, I get 2 great patterns on the average on the 15-minute, and I get anywhere from 4 to 6 great patterns on each individual name using the 5-minute time frame. All right, when I come back, I will tell you what I'm expecting tomorrow. A big day, so don't miss it. I'll see you back here. Okay, welcome back, everybody. So what am I expecting tomorrow, right? Tomorrow at 8:30 is one of the big numbers that we get each and every month, and that's the CPI number, the Consumer Price Index. And obviously, it's the way we look, the Federal Reserve and everybody looks at the way inflation is gauged, right? I think the number is flawed. I think it really doesn't pertain to what we normally have to pay for electric and all the different other bills that we have along the way. But their calculation is old and antiquated. So let's just go with the fact that they use this number. And right now, tomorrow, if the number comes in softer than expected, expect the markets to explode to the upside. Meaning if the number goes from like a 3.2 to a 2.9 or a 3, God forbid a 2.8, you'll see the S&P's up 100, 150 points to the upside. If the number comes in higher than expected, all right, meaning if the number comes in from a 3.2 from the previous month, or a 3.3, 3.4, 3.5 or higher, oh, look out below, right? They're going to kaboosh them, all right? So right now, that's why the market was pretty quiet today, even though there were some really great ranges in some stocks like Microsoft, Meta, PLTR, so many great things. But tomorrow is going to be a big day. It's going to affect the index futures. It's going to affect gold. It's going to affect the bond market. So get ready and hold on at 8:30. Normally what we do is we let the dust settle, and then we go from there. So again, the markets open at 9:30, but the futures markets will be trading very actively. Gold index futures and the 30-year bond. But the big numbers tomorrow here, okay, is the bigger time frames, the 30 and the 60-minute time frames on the spiders, on the SPY and the QQQs. So with that being said, it's all right now up in the air, right? We're going to be looking at stocks like OKLO. They're going to be report earnings tomorrow. Stock has been on a tear. And what we're going to be looking at here is to see how this number can really have some damage to the downside if this number does come in higher than expected. I have a feeling for some reason I'm leaning a little bit to the fact that the number is going to come in a little higher than expected. And I think the market's going to get cabooshed. If the markets do tend to rally, let me show you what I'm looking at here on the bigger time frames. I'll show you here on the bigger time frames, the spiders on the daily and the weekly. If you see here, we pushed up to new highs right here. And you can see that we did not confirm the high. If I draw my horizontal line, if I'm good enough to do this right here, you can see that the new high was non-confirmed right here, okay? And so the MACD is non-confirmed. So I'm hoping if there is a chance, okay, and I am leaning that the number's going to come in hotter than expected, but if for some reason the number comes in below and they really scream to the upside, okay? Normally what would happen is I would wait for a clear indication of the daily, which is right here, okay, to push up to a monster. See this number 3.96 to get to like a 13, 14, 16, 17 number. Then I would look to short them, which means that the S&P futures and the spiders would make a new all-time high at that point. So my calculations were for some type between now and the end of the month. And this may do it for one more big push up and then a decline into mid to first week or second or part of the third week, a decline into April, and then another push back up. My target still is 6,500 on the S&Ps for the year. It could go even a little higher than that, but that was my target I mentioned back in last August. So again, big number tomorrow on the CPI. And it's really up to see how the market's going to react. But again, index futures early on, commodity futures, and the 30-year bond futures is going to have a monster effect. All right. When I come back, I want to tell you a story that I heard today, and I want to share with each and every one of you. I'll be back, and don't miss this great story. Welcome back. I just want everybody to know that, I love what I do. I love coming in here every day. I love the markets. I love challenging myself. And there's no greater joy at this age. Yesterday was my birthday, and we launched the podcast, and I'm 62 years old. And I got to tell you, there's no greater joy in my life at this point than to trade and to be able to help each and every one of you, to guide you, to educate you along the way. And when I got the opportunity to do this podcast, I just really, it took a long time, and I'm thankful for the team and for Ron and everybody to put this all together. But today there was a story I just wanted, because it happened today, so I just wanted to share with each and every one of you. I mean, literally, I have so many stories along the way. I could write a book bigger than War and Peace, But one of the things that I wanted to share with you is a gentleman that has been with me, and he's learning, along the way. So this morning, I had nothing but buy signals in the market. I had nothing but buy signals on the Qs. I had nothing in the NASDAQ futures, the spiders, the S&P futures. So here it is. I get a big buy divergence on the opening, and I saw this big, beautiful pattern, and we're buying and we're trading from the long side. And then next thing I know, I get telling me that through the communications here that, hey, I'm short the market. So I said, okay, I'm confused. Like, what are you doing here that you don't see the pattern, that you don't see the, what I'm educating, I'm teaching you that we're looking for longs here, and we're long, and the markets are rallying and everything. And he said, well, I thought they were going to go down. He said, I thought they were going to go down, right? So now I'm shaking my head. And I said, I know you're learning and you've been with me for a little while, but that's gambling to me, right? I built software. Like, listen, I can't tell anybody what to do. I'm not an advisor. I'm just reading my charts. I'm making trades. I'm calling out trade ideas, and I'm teaching a way along the way. So I really can't tell somebody what to do. I'm not a registered investment advisor, and I don't give financial advice, right? So I just said to him, what are you seeing that I'm missing, right? And he said, well, I thought they were going to go down, like I said. I said, that's gambling. You do not know what you're seeing and what you're doing. See, the moral of the story and why I wanted to start with this here is because, and finish up with this, is because my father once told me one of the greatest gifts in life is the ability to listen, right? And I got 41 years of experience. So I think it's prudent for someone to try to learn from me, right? And I mentor them, right? But if you're going to gamble, I'm not the person you want to be in front of, because, if you're not going to be able to take the time to learn from me and learn what I'm teaching and how I'm guiding you along the way each and every day, right? I have a long day here. I go from 8 to 4, and then I do my podcast at the end of each day. So it's a long day, but I love it. I can't see myself doing anything else in the world, right? I have more energy now than I did when I first started. And so I make the Energizer Bunny look stupid, right? I came home at 3:30 the night before. It's Monday morning from the Super Bowl. And I only got like an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45, maybe 2 hours sleep. And I went the whole day and then spent the whole night with my children for my birthday. And then when I got home at 8:30, 9 o'clock, I crashed till 5 o'clock in the morning, which is not characteristic of me at all. But with that being said, right, he said to me, I thought they were going to go down. And that was like a knife in my heart, right? And the thing that I'm trying to explain is learn from me, do the work, ask questions, and then see what I'm able to teach you. If you're just going to go, I think they're going to go down. Well, guess what? You're not bigger than the market. And everything I do is based upon pure mathematics. There's no fundamental analysis here at all. So I wanted to share that with you. That was something. I had other things I was going to talk about. And like I said, I like to try to give some type of insight on stories I have to help you along the way. But this one really hit me hard today. And thank God they ran 100 points against him on the NASDAQ. And then, he's, I'm dead, I'm finished, this and that. And they dropped 100 plus. He covered unchanged. I said, did you learn a lesson from this? He said, yes, I did. I said, okay, all right, please. He goes, well, I'm sorry. You don't owe me, I'm sorry, right? And I said, you don't owe me an apology. I'm disappointed in you because you're listening to my stream. We're talking about longs. We're talking about the market going up, and you decide to short them, which again, you can do whatever you want. It's your money, right? But again, take the time, learn, listen from my 41 years of experience, okay? And I just say that I just wanted to share this with you, okay? If you put the time in each and every day, I truly believe you'll have great results, especially with someone, like I said, with over 40 or 42 years this August 1st in the industry. I work with some of the top gentlemen in the industry. I love what I do each and every day, and I'm so grateful to be here on this podcast. So tomorrow, big CPI number at 8:30. I'm sure it's going to have some type of crazy effects on the market one way or the other. And don't miss it. So I'll see you here tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody, and God bless. Be well.